I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm at the point in my life where I'm ready to make it to the next level, and I'm ready to get through it because I've been going through different things for my whole life. And I'm just happy that I finally made it through it. And I finally showed God that you can persevere by not giving up. No matter how hard it gets, you have to keep your eye on your potential. And the deepest thing about the spiritual journey is just about you locking in and committing to the process and getting serious about it. Once you lock it in, it's about your thinking. Long as you stay in your own world and you stay with what drives you, and you get a good pair of noise canceling headphones, can't nothing in the world bother you. As long as you locked into your energy and worried about what you need to worry about for yourself, you can lock into this energy where you don't hear the outside world. You don't feel the outside world. Nothing that the outside world does should be able to get into your bubble. Because I was able to lock in and lock into my spiritual energy and pick up my electricity and be able to untap my spiritual potential and figure out everything in my life because I decided to take my journey seriously. I decided to stop playing. I got tired of hurting. I got tired of being in physical, emotional, and spiritual pain, and I decided to fix it all by locking into it and taking it seriously and looking into myself and answering what is this feeling in my gut that I had since I was a 7 year old kid. I knew I could see things, I knew I could feel things, but I ain't never really discovered it. So let me give in to it, look for it, and actually listen to it instead of ignoring it. And that's what started this whole chain reaction, this whole ride of me going through the life lessons I've been through, and me being able to share the things on my journey that I have shared because I gave into my gift, and that's what started this whole thing. Me just getting curious about the feeling I had in my stomach and chasing it, and it turned into something deeper than I ever expected. Now I'm looking to get into weightlifting, podcasting, and different things like that. So that's why I always tell you, always chase your feelings. Never boil them down or turn them down to satisfy other people because you delaying your own greatness. And another thing I did that I don't want you guys to do, don't you ever in your life listen to nobody else about your own life. You do what's true to you, even if it don't make sense to nobody else at the time. You do it long enough and you do it well enough, people will start coming around to it. It may take you a number of years. Hell, I've been on the internet 9, going on 10 years this May when it comes, and I just started getting major traction maybe 3 years ago. But I've been posting every day. I stay dedicated, whether I got 1,000 or whether I got just 9 people. I know what I'm meant to do, and I chase the journey. I chase the feeling, and that's what it's about for me. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the notoriety. It's about the life lessons and the things I can learn. And without me digging into this journey, questioning myself, and giving in to this feeling and exploring it, everything that happened to me may not have happened. Everything that led me to be the person I am today all stems back from that young kid that chose to explore that feeling that one day when he was sitting in class decided to answer that feeling and explore it and just look deep into his emotions and deal with them. If I had never made that decision that day, I don't know if I would ever be have gotten here to do what I'm doing today. So what I just want to tell y'all, man, is go with y'all feelings. Whatever you feel, go with it. Don't let it go away because that's God trying to tell you something. God trying to tell you what you meant for. And the harder you fight it and the harder you ignore it, the tougher you gonna make your life and the tougher you gonna make your life situation. Trust me, this is a person who did it for a couple of decades, got a little cocky, got himself ruined, had to bring himself all the way back up. So I know what that's like too. I've been that young kid that had it all, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and I wasn't grateful about it. I wasn't respectful because I hadn't been through nothing to feel like I had to earn anything. And then when what happened to me happens to me, all of a sudden, okay, I got to fight back up. I ain't never been through this before. I don't know how to handle this because I'm used to everything in life going my way. So I had to pull out the soaking mode, get back on my feet, tap into my gift, and figure it out and find my way back to the top. And now, after years, I feel like I have. But the one mistake I'll make, and I'll say it again for everybody, the one mistake I made, and the one mistake I don't want you guys to ever make, never relax enough, never feel comfortable enough to feel like you don't have to keep your foot on the gas. That's the biggest mistake I ever made. Don't you ever take your foot off the gas. Because if you do, remotivating yourself is going to be hella hard. But it is possible because I saved myself and I saved my journey and I am where I am now. So it's not possible to start and stop, but once you get momentum going, always keep going. And don't ever let nobody tell you your potential. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can be worth or what you can accomplish. Cause I'm living proof if you just believe in yourself and you stay true to what you do and you stay true to your feeling, even when you don't understand it, eventually it's gonna come through and make sense when you do it long enough. And that's what I'm an example of. If you just go with your feelings, the rest will work out. But you got to stop denying who you are and accept yourself for who you are. And that's the biggest difference between me when I was younger and me now. I'm not suppressing, pushing back, or holding myself back anymore. I'm releasing whatever I feel, however I feel, and just saying whatever comes to me because I know it's my honest to God truth. I don't feel like I'm hiding anymore. I feel like I'm just comfortable being me. And I feel like this. Either you accept me for who I'm growing into, or you can get gone, because I ain't got to have you around. I don't need certain people. And that's what my mentality was when I was younger. That's where I messed up. I was under the impression I had to have people. So I would put myself in bad relationships, bad friendships, just because I was trying to hold on to people because I was in the under the young impression that I needed people. But once I went on this solo journey and realized the strength within myself, realized the values that I love within myself, I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. When I first went into it, it was lonely, but I had to sit there and make myself be alone to go through my feelings so I could understand who I was. And now I can rock it with somebody or I can rock it without somebody. It's like it's not my end all be all. It don't tear me up to not be with anybody. And it but I do feel happier when I'm with somebody, don't get me wrong. But it ain't gonna tear me up like it once did. I can still go to sleep at night and be happy the next morning. Because I know it's about the spiritual journey. When God is ready for me to make that serious commitment, which I feel like I am already with the person I am, God bless her, and God bless our relationship, I will. But I'm just accepting my flow of life right now and letting God do what He do. It's His decision. I'm just here to deliver the messages and continue the journey. And I'm excited to see where I'm going in life, in my personal opinion. But that's just how I feel about my life and my life journey. I had to stop being stubborn, grow up, mature, and do what I had to do. And now I feel like I'm on the road to doing whatever I need to do to make it to be whoever I need to be. And I'm never holding myself back again. And that's my promise to myself and the world. I'm never gonna hold back. I'm never gonna stop believing. I'm never gonna stop being me ever again. I promise you guys that, in my opinion.